I don't even know what a Greyhound bus is. This is the first time me hearing about it. But a lot of you guys have mentioned about it. I spent 5 days on America's longest Greyhound bus. It was hell. So I'm just assuming it's a bus that crazy people go on. I don't know.
This week, I travel over 3,000 miles across America on a Greyhound bus. 5 days of pure hell with angry passengers.
Wait. The bus goes from coast to coast? That one bus goes the whole coast to coast.
Angry bus drivers. And delays every step of the way as I take the Greyhound from New York.
Don't change your ticket, hang up. Don't change your ticket, hang up.
To Los Angeles, California.
All right, Times Square, New York City, starting point for my mammoth Greyhound trip all the way across the United States of America.
Okay, you know what? I can see how the bus might get a bit crazy. I can see how it get a bit crazy. Like, if you start and go to finish, mate, you're going through the whole of America, 3,000 miles. You're going to get some crazy people on it.
It's only 4 days and 13 states, 3,000 miles. What could go wrong?
Well, as it turned out, I was just about to find out as I descended into the depths of New York's Port Authority bus station.
All right, we're looking for bus stop number 68 today. Last time I did this route,
Damn
it was a
it, should be
non-stop
69.
route from LA to New York. Now I've got to get a bus first to St. Louis.
Mate, buses attract crazy people no matter where you are. I assume it's the same in America as it is the UK. On the UK, especially when it's close to like night, no, to be fair, any time of the day, there's someone crazy on that bus. Someone is crazy on that bus. Someone's doing something weird, man.
It's Missouri. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. I've not done a connection on a Greyhound before, so we'll see how that works. Because obviously, if this one's delayed, then we're sort of screwed, really, aren't we? All right, I'm not going to lie, I am legit starting to brick it a bit right now, because the Greyhound's sort of down here in this sort of basement bit, and it's all a bit sketch. I'm not even on the bus yet, and I already want to go home. All right, so I have just been told that having my camera out down here is probably not a wise idea.
Yeah, I can't lie, buddy. You went down some steps and someone said, I think he said, I'm going to get your camera. I don't know what he said, but...
So I'm going to have to put my camera away.
No!
It's a bit sketchy.
No, we're on this journey together, man.
New York bus station, it's kind of a whole new level of sketchiness. The lady's asked me to look after her bags while she goes out for a cigarette.
Well, it can't be that, hey, it can't be that sketchy then if she's asking random people.
I don't exactly know what she thinks I'm going to do if somebody comes. Maybe I'm not the best person for this job.
And as we all got serenaded by a drunk man...
Boyfriend number 2. No, you like it freaky. Say my name the way you do.
It was soon time for us all to get on board the first leg of this mammoth Greyhound journey.
I wonder if he's going on the bus, man. You reckon he's going on the bus?
So if you have goddamn this whole month I've been buying tickets. Just stand on the side, I'll help you.
Hi.
You have A seat, just not an assigned seat. Okay, you have 2C, 2D.
Perfect, thank you.
Pretty soon we were pushing back and getting on our way out of Dodge, or New York City as it's more commonly referred to. Now I've tried to cross the country by Greyhound before and failed miserably in the process, so before I set off I decided to speak to one of the original Knights of the Greyhound and...
Wait, chat, help me out here. Okay. My lightsaber in the back just fell. Chat, help me out here. How much is a Greyhound bus from coast to coast? Is it a lot? How much is it? Yeah, don't fall again, man. That scared me. That scared the life out of me. It's about 150, 200. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That might be worth the crazes.
And more importantly, someone who's actually achieved this before for a few hints and tips.
Mr. Zach Alsop, absolute YouTube legend and inspiration for many, well, me at least, to do this crazy Greyhound coast to coast. How you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend. I'm impressed at your willingness to go back and do this again.
I want to say exactly willing. I'm kind of being pushed into it by everybody who watches the videos. So yeah.
Done to your head, off camera.
So you did the Greyhound before. You and Jay did it from Miami, wasn't it, to Seattle?
Miami to Seattle, and we made it to Portland. So,
You got most. You at least got coast to coast. You did more than I did. So.
yeah, indeed, yeah.
Yo, chat, would it be crazy if I went to America and did a Greyhound from coast to coast? You reckon it would terrify me? As a Brit, do you reckon it would, like, I'd be traumatized? Yeah?
Much like you, was not looking forward to it one bit in the slightest. People are excited
But not
to see you do
advised.
this again, is because you don't know what is going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen, and that's what's going to make it so good. And hopefully,
I'm just crazy.
when you do complete it, that's what's going to.
If I take my mum, she would have a great time. My mum loves crazes. When crazes get on that, she'll have a pie. She'll have a pie.
Make it so much sweeter.
What happens with the bathroom situation? They've got a bathroom on the bus. I am absolutely bricking it because I'm like, I do not want to be going to a toilet on a bus. Do you just not eat? Is that the key to
That
this?
makes sense though if it's so long.
We didn't go in the bus. I think we were pretty much banned from going in the bus, and I wouldn't personally want to go in the bus anyway because that smelt from day one. Yeah, we just went in every service station, and that isn't that pretty.
I suppose McDonald's.
Oh, wait. You know the Greyhound bus? Does it stop off every night somewhere? And where do you sleep? Where do you sleep on the bus? Do you sleep on the bus? Does it have stops on the way where you can go toilet? You sleep on the bus. But what about how do you go toilet if you don't want to use the toilet on the bus? Because if you're on it for 5 days, do you just have to do it on the bus if you're on it 5 days? Hold it. It stops at rest stops. And it and then like the driver will tell you like, you got 5 minutes.
McDonald's is a good place too because their bathrooms are generally quite clean, aren't they? That might be a good
You can rely on the
solution.
McDonald's.
Okay,
You can
cool.
rely on the McDonald's.
Interesting.
You know, it's the same food. It should be the same toilet situation. You know, I would stick to your strategy of not going on the bus. I wish you all the best for your lower back and for your mental health. I've got a good feeling about your trip. I feel like you're going to make it.
I'm
And
excited to
with
see
Zach's
this.
words of encouragement ringing in my ears, I was buzzing with excitement for the next few days trekking across the US of A.
Let's
Alright,
go.
then on the road out of New York City. We've already crossed our first state line into New Jersey, but by golly, am I glad to be out of that bus station.
Hey.
Because that was not
It
the
looks
most fun place
fine.
to spend a
It looks
couple of hours,
good.
but we're on the bus now. And I've actually bought 2 seats for this trip, so I can stretch out a little bit, hopefully. The drive across New Jersey takes you teasingly close to Newark Airport, where I was
It's
just wishing I
fine.
could be on a plane to LA instead. At least that way I'd be there on the same day, but I was certain that this time I was going to stick it out on the Greyhound. I'd say so far not too bad. It's relatively comfortable so far. I've only been on for a couple of hours and I've not got a numb bum just yet. As we headed towards Philadelphia though, things were soon about to change as a passenger sitting opposite me had passed out and fell out of his seat into the aisle as we went round a corner. The driver told him he needed to put a seatbelt on at the next stop, a task that seemed easier said than done.
No.
Okay, well, you're grabbing the wrong string. That's not put on. If you don't have a seatbelt on, you're gonna have to stay here. You already fell once. Please let me help you. I'm just trying to know where he's going. What's that?
Where?
All right.
Oh, he's out of it. He's out of it.
Saving the knowledge that the drama was over with, we continued on to Philadelphia,
He's
where
out
we
of
were
it.
met at the bus stop by some police officers who came on the bus.
Apparently you've been banging your head onto this thing.
Oh my god. Self-indulge. The alert can't play because of copyright, and this is a YouTube video right now. But thank you so much for the 100 subs, bro. If you're on YouTube watching this, he just went crazy on Twitch. You gotta be on Twitch to know what he just did. Self-indulge with 100 subs. You absolute legend. I'll play the alert afterwards, dude. I'll play it afterwards, bro. Thank you so much. Because it's a good alert. It's a good alert. Thank you so much for the 100 subs, man. You're an absolute legend, bro. Thank you. That's crazy from
Saying
you.
that you're a little concerned. You've been drinking?
No.
Because you don't seem all like clear.
Can you not be drunk on the bus?
No, I'm good.
Have you done any drugs at all?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Do you want me to call medics for you?
No.
Self-indulge, I definitely will, bro. Honestly, thank you so much for that, dude.
Because the thing is that they can't travel with you on the bus.
It will have. We can double check. Don't worry.
They're not leaving unless you get off this bus.
Why?
Because they don't want you driving in your condition.
Yeah, I got everything.
He's gotta go.
So with one down and me having to do a written statement for the
drunk in
police
public.
later, which was a new experience for me, we were on the road again out of Philadelphia. As we continued heading west, I managed to get a little bit of sleep before I was rudely awakened at 2
that's a
a.m.
nice building.
and kicked off the bus in Pittsburgh.
All right, we've arrived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was just starting to get nodded off to sleep, and then they've kicked us all off the bus into the bus station here in Pittsburgh. It's 2 a.m. Been on the bus now for about 11 hours, like half an hour's sleep. And then they woke everybody up and dragged us off the bus, so we have to wait in here now.
Eventually we got back on the bus and started on our next leg of the journey.
Hey, try to quiet down a little bit, please.
Columbus, Ohio. I think it's like 6 a.m. I think I've had 2 hours sleep. And this turned out to be the story of the trip. Just as you start to fall asleep, the lights come on and you're woken by the announcements for the next stop.
It's like
All right, this is
torture.
Springfield. We're gonna be taking a break here
Hey, Homer Simpson. Yo.
till 7:30.
All right, Springfield, Ohio. Oh, it's cold. It's about 2 degrees below freezing at the minute here. Oh, I need coffee. Let's go get some coffee. Back on the warmth of the bus. And I got Wendy's coffee and a Baconator.
I mean, it's not the best, but it's the only food I've eaten so far on this trip, so.
Yo, his Baconator's good.
And so with
So the
breakfast
food he's had
completed,
so
we
far.
continued on heading west towards Indiana as the sun started to rise into day 2 on the bus. As it turned out, I was actually feeling pretty good. I have
Do
to
you like
say,
him?
I don't know, I've only had like 2 hours sleep or something.
You know what? So far, other than like the annoying wake up parts, I wouldn't say it's that bad just yet. A little bit sketchy, but what do you expect? Like, that's buses for you. Even in the UK, buses. You know, some sketchy business happens all the time.
But I feel actually surprisingly okay. And with the Indianapolis skyline coming into view, I was looking forward to a quick break before we continued on.
Get the nice views.
Indiana. I'm going to have to get off the bus here again because they're
It's
swapping
uncomfortable.
drivers. So come inside. Oh, not a bad little bus station actually. Better
Yeah, I
than
bet.
some of the ones we've been to. Certainly better than New York City. We've got about probably 20 minutes here.
You know what? I've been on like a nice coach before for like 2-3 hours in Spain, going from airport to hotel. And yeah, when you get past like an hour, it becomes torture. It really does. And that was comfy. So I can imagine this for 5 days is a nightmare.
Actually made up all the time that we'd lost now, so we're on time again now for the next leg, which will take us across into Missouri to St. Louis.
But as it turned out, as always, these were famous last words.
All right, so we've got a bit of an update. The passengers are all here. The bus is here. The driver is currently in a hotel on the outskirts of Indianapolis.
What? Where is he?
I don't think we're going anywhere anytime
He's just
soon.
not turned
But
up?
We have some good news. They've managed to find us a bus driver to take us to St. Louis. The bad news, however, is that he's currently on the other side of Indianapolis.
Nice.
And it's going to take him 4 hours to get here, apparently.
I forget how big America is. Oh my God. I was thinking on the other side of the, city. Yeah. What's that? Half an hour? 4 hours. Yo, I'm picking up my car on Monday. Yeah. I'm picking up my car on Monday and I'm dreading going there because it's so far away. It's about 2 hours away. It's at the bottom of England and I'm in the middle. So traveling half of England is 2 hours. That's a nightmare. This guy's on the other side of the state.
So we've got a 4 at the moment, a 4 hour
Mad.
delay from now. We're already an hour late. So that means
Crazy.
we're going to be 5 hours late into St. Louis. It's a minimum. We may be looking to get there today. The bad news is my connection in St. Louis is like 2 hours or so.
At least you could... No. You know what? That ain't too bad of a thing, right? At least this time right now, the 4 hours, they can stretch their legs, go toilet, go get some food. I feel like 4 hours of walkabout time will do you some good, especially on like this 5 day journey.
She's gone for a Burton, hasn't it? But I'm going to go and get a bite to eat here in Indianapolis because it's going to be a while yet. The driver's still in bed. All right, they've got a White Castle here. Not been in one of these for ages.
I bet White Castle's pretty good.
I have them in Texas. They're really good. They do like little tiny burgers. They're really cool. Hey, how are you? Can I
get the
a
tiny
number
burger.
one combo, please? Noel, N-O-E-L.
Noel.
Noel, like Christmas. So apparently this is the
Why do they
third
need your name?
oldest White Castle in the whole country. It's been open nearly 100 years, since 1927. It's still got the original architecture and everything. Isn't that cool?
Wait. I thought takeaways, fast food, was a modern kind of thing. They had takeaways 100 years ago? They had fast food 100 years ago? They had fast food? What? When was McDonald's first around? 100 years ago, horse and carriage, they was getting McDonald's? Wait, no, that was 100 years ago. That's more than 100 years ago, isn't it? When were people driving the first cars? Oh, no. The 1950s. What was the first? Is McDonald's? When was people driving cars, chat? Before Mackie D's. The 1800s, okay.
Oh, these things are amazing. They're like little tiny burgers.
Oh,
Really,
that's
really tasty.
cute.
Anyway, the issue is...
That's a
apparently
good
they've got
snack.
to-
He says tiny burgers. That looks like the standard cheeseburger size in the UK, but sure, we'll just slide by that.
schedule a driver, and they can only get a driver for like 4 hours time. Greyhound customer support is absolutely, well, non-existent.
Do they
don't
even have
any-
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an information desk here. They just tell you to call Greyhound to sort out any problems. There was another couple on the bus travelling with 2 babies all the way from New York, connecting here in Indianapolis over to Chicago. The baby's much better behaved, I might say, than a lot of the other adult guests on the bus. But they got here, got on the next bus, and their reserved seats had been taken by other people. They double booked them, and they raised it with the driver, who basically
What?
said, "Not my problem. You're going to have to get off the bus." So they were stuck here with 2 kids. The information desk, they went to them and said, "Well, what's going to happen?" And they were like, "Nothing to do with us. You're going to have to call Greyhound and sort it." I've not got much hope that they're going to help me out in this situation.
On the line.
Ah, okay.
And he wanted to talk to her. And I went up to the counter.
Bro, what? That's crazy.
She won't talk to him.
Oh, really?
Isn't that...
So Greyhound won't talk to Greyhound's own staff?
Greyhound won't talk to their own staff. Yeah, that's...
Wow.
That's just crazy.
Somebody here must know.
Chat, is it only me thinking, how are you going to let a mom and 2 kids walk off the bus and not you? I would really like to hope that in that situation, I would, but then again, a 5-day bus journey. No, you'll be able to get another one, maybe. I don't know. They got no customer support. I don't know. It sucks for both. But hopefully, I would really like to hope in that situation, I would let the mom and kids take my spot and I just deal with whatever happens. I would. I'd feel so bad.
When you ask them a question, they're so disrespectful.
Yeah.
They act like you've done something wrong.
After 6 hours, we finally got some news. The customer service staff told us to call Greyhound and change our tickets for the bus later that night. This meant everyone calling them at the same time to get one of just 7 seats on the bus. But as it turned out, even that was soon changed.
I'll give your ticket back. Don't change your ticket, hang up. Don't change your ticket, hang up.
What?
This is your bus right now. This is your bus right now.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Hey, this is hectic, man. This is stressing me out.
This is our bus.
No, it's
It's going.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, you were right. You came
Thank you,
through. You came
Jesus.
through.
Hey, this is how you know this bus is this bus is hell. She's thanking Jesus for being on this bus. Yo, this sounds like a stressed nightmare, bro.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord. I knew it. I knew
She's
it.
relieved.
Now, I wasn't sure if it was Jesus, but it certainly felt like some sort of divine intervention that we were finally about to get on another bus.
Wait, really?
Noel,
Hey, where made it?
this is my assigned seat. Where's your assigned seat?
Ah, these 2. But we're on the bus.
So you said it's about 4.5 hours.
I think about 4.5 hours, yeah.
Yeah, Tari, I'm with you.
We're on the bus.
Just walk.
Finally. And hopefully getting out of here soon. We arrived in 7 hours ago.
At 11:40 in the morning, it's now 6:40.
I'm not seeing as many crazy people on the bus as I would like to, though. I want to see some crazes. I want to see some interesting things happening. Right now, it just seems like stress.
In the evening. And it's about a 5-hour run, I think, across to St. Louis, Missouri. I've missed my connection tonight. I'm going to have a hotel in St. Louis tonight until tomorrow, but we are at least getting closer and further across the country, and I need to
Go to the people at Walmart.
The sun set on my second day on the bus as we crossed Indiana, and just after midnight we pulled into St. Louis, Missouri. You okay getting everything out, or do you need a hand with this?
I think,
Good man.
Hey, great to meet you, man. Have a good trip. Cheers, buddy. See you later.
Oh, man, I love those handshakes. You know, when you're going for the dab, but then they're going for the shake, you're going for the shake, and then they change to the dab, you're like going for the dab, and you're just like, oh, what are we doing here, bro? Let me just wiggle.
This guy had just got out of prison that morning and had come back to St. Louis to ride on freight trains across the country.
I've got a night here.
Oh, your night?
Hey man, have a good trip anyway.
Yeah.
Hope everything goes well for you.
Yeah, I'm getting a ride straight to this punk house. Yeah, I know. I'm just glad to be out of jail, you know. And now I'm in a city where I could at least get on a freight train out of here.
Right. Hey, and I might see you in Houston at some point. I'll see you go past the end of my street,
Yeah.
On the back of a train. Just give me a wave, yeah?
Yeah, smart dudes, all right.
Yeah, it's been a good adventure.
listen, now you sleep in and you get in that hot tub.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds good.
Thanks a lot, Jeannie, and enjoy your time with your babies, yeah?
Yes, thank you.
I'll see you later.
Babies? She won't carry no babies.
Okay.
Thanks a lot,
She's got babies in the bag? What do you mean, babies?
Jeannie, and enjoy.
Is this the woman with 2 babies?
Your time with your babies, yeah?
Yes, thank you.
I'll see you later.
Huh?
Hi, Lenroy. Yeah, it is. How are you? Oh, it's been a long day.
I should have been here about 9 hours ago.
Whoa. Yeah. So now I've got a hotel here because I've missed my connection on. So.
So where you headed finally?
Los Angeles, finally.
Wow.
I'm doing New York to LA. So
on the bus?
Yeah, on a bus. But maybe this will allow me to actually sleep because I haven't slept in about 2 days.
Mad.
Yeah.
You can drop me over here if you like. I can cross over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
You have a great night.
You too.
All right, not what I wanted to be doing tonight. Checking into a hotel.
Now, I would kind of like to do this part of the... I think this is the best part of the coach journey. The bus journey. You get to stay in a hotel. You're in a new, new place, new area. Unless you've already been here before, then, But to me, this would be a good part.
Thank you. Hi.
Would you like some water?
Yeah, please, if that's okay. Lovely, thank you. Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Wait, she just said to him, do you want some water? And gave him 3 bottles. First of all, if you want water in the UK, in the hotels, you got to ask. Secondly, they ain't going to give you a bottle. They're going to point to a local tap. Probably the toilet.
Have a good night.
Wait, yeah, why did they unlock the door for him?
Missed my bus connection across to Los Angeles tonight out of St. Louis. It should have left at about 5:45. It's now nearly 1 a.m. By the time we finally got in, but at least we got in. I had contemplated moving my bus to the one tomorrow at the same time that it should have gone today, but that's just been flagged up as an 8-hour delay as well. I've got a few hours here in a hotel in St. Louis, which wasn't planned.
That's good too.
Wasn't something I was hoping to do, but a bed's kind of a little bit
nice
welcome
big
to get a few
bed.
hours kit tonight, I think.
6.5 hours later.
That's a nice hotel bed. That looks comfy.
Yeah.
Oh, morning. I sound rough as hell today. I feel rough as hell.
Not slept for 2 days, mate. Well, other than now.
I'm not even halfway yet. Every single part of me hurts.
my head, my neck, my shoulders, my back, my legs. Oh, I ache all over.
He's
I've got
injured.
another 2 days on the bus yet.
It's a nice elevator.
Hi there. Check it out, please.
Perfect. What's the room number?
615.
615. All good.
Thanks, have a good day. You too. Bye-bye. All right, St. Louis. I've never been to St. Louis before. Well, I've flown through it a few times, but I've never actually been downtown. I've got about 2 hours before my bus leaves, so I'm going to head down and see this massive archway they've got here. I saw it on the way in last night. It looks pretty cool.
No, Sacred. Our coaches in the UK, well, you're not on it for long, right? Sacred, first of all, you can't do a 5-hour trip coach in the UK unless you're just lapping the UK. See what I'm saying? So you're not on it for long, and they are quite, like, our coaches are quite comfortable. They are. They keep them, you know, cleanish. Quite nice. But Sacred, who's going to do a 5-day lap around the UK?
Well, I think I can see it. Oh, there it is, man. That's massive.
Yeah,
wow.
Sacred, it don't take you
Bigger than I
5
thought it would
days.
be. That's what she said. Oh, well, that's amazing. It's really high up. It's like windows in the top. Apparently you can go up and actually get like an elevator or something up to the top and look out over the city. I'm not doing that today. I've got enough thrill seeking this afternoon on the Greyhound. Can't have too much adventure in one day, can we?
That's beautiful.
Oh wow, so we've got the dome.
I still can't believe, and I've seen a video of it, you can go in that. Oh, Sacred, did I say 5 hours? No, I meant 5 days. I didn't mean 5 hours. I meant Sacred, 5 days. My bad. 5 days. Yeah, no, Sacred, you could go inside of that. It's really cool. Really cool. And you could go all the way to the top, and there's windows, and insane.
That way, and then that sort of looks out over downtown St. Louis, and there's like another dome there. It's like,
oh, really? Yeah.
I don't know, is it like City Hall or something like that? It's back.
It don't look like you could go in there.
That's pretty cool. Wow. Now, oftentimes, when I'm on a trip like this, I'm tired, I'm knackered, I'm worn out. My brain starts playing tricks on me.
I feel you
and
on
it starts
that.
telling me things that I know really aren't true. It tells me I'm not doing good enough, maybe, or that I'm failing. And that's not right. I know it's not right. And in here, I know it's not right. And that's why I'm grateful for this week's video sponsor, BetterHelp. I don't really want to be having a Noel, that's betterhelp.com/NOEL. Right, I need to go and get something to eat. Alright, so my bus doesn't leave for
Oh, love a good Starbucks.
But I don't really want to be hanging around that bus station any longer than I have to, so I've come into Starbucks and grab myself a bite to eat. I'm going to sit here for a little bit, and then we'll see about heading down to the bus station so we can minimise our bus station timings. I've just been looking actually on the Greyhound app, and you know, remember last night I was looking at getting a night in Indiana and then getting the bus this morning over to St. Louis. Well, that bus apparently is running at a 23-hour delay now. It's not going to be getting here till tomorrow, so it seems that I made the right choice and the right call by coming here. We're one step closer, and we're almost home.
What happened to the bus for a 23-hour delay? Did it blow up?
Halfway across the country.
Oh, it's making me hungry.
That is good, and probably the best meal I'm going to have on this trip. All right, time to head to the bus station. It's going to be about a 25-minute walk, I think, from downtown St. Louis. I'm going to walk here rather than getting an Uber because I think I need to sort of stretch my legs and keep moving a bit as much as I can. There's a big stadium here near the bus station.
Wow, that's
St.
a big
Louis
enterprise.
Blues. It's like ice hockey or something. I think they'd be big on ice hockey down here in this part of the country.
We got enterprise here.
It must be, eh? Looks like the bus stations across these railway lines here. Let's try not to get run over by a train, eh? That would be a bad start to the day. That's what we need. Greyhound, yes queen. Alright, so my ticket shows me on the non-stop bus to Los Angeles. The inter non-stop bus to Los Angeles showing it goes to Las Vegas. This could be an issue. Hello there, how are you doing? So I'm on the non-stop bus to Los Angeles, but it seems that it's not showing on the board on the 1200.
Okay.
So it says it goes to Las Vegas, and obviously I'm on a bus to LA, so...
Right. That's the same line that goes just...
Yeah, isn't Vegas on the way to LA, though? And when you be going through it?
To Kansas City, it looks like this line is scheduled to go all the way to Los Angeles.
Okay.
As far as I know, it's coming as scheduled.
No?
Okay,
Oh.
so it'll just be... Do I...
Kinda.
Do I have to change in Las Vegas, though? That's my worry, so...
No, it doesn't... It doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
You shouldn't have to.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Hey, it doesn't seem like it. Hey, that's your chance. Stay on the bus. You might end up somewhere else, but might end up in Mexico. Who knows? We don't know. Just good luck. Good luck, buddy.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Greyhound.
Thank you. Have a good day. Right, so we might be all right then. I don't know. I'll have to see when we get on the bus. It's not a bad bus station, actually, this one. A bit nicer.
Yeah, this one's nice.
Got a little cafe and stuff here.
This
so
one's nice.
Pretty soon it was time to get back on the bus, and it seemed my fears were about to become reality as the driver had no record of my ticket.
Uh-oh. It's the wrong bus.
Las Vegas, on to Los Angeles.
What time?
5:45? 1200?
Go ahead.
She just confirmed it at the ticket desk and said it was okay.
Was it today? Ticket's no good. What time? When was you supposed to leave?
5:45.
What's the date?
On the 3rd, Saturday. Yesterday, yeah.
Where are you going?
Los Angeles. Yes, alright, thank you.
Somehow he still let me on the bus. Alright, that was pretty worrying.
What?
There's no record of me on the bus.
What?
They asked about my ticket, and it seems that there's a problem with that. Also lost my second seat, so there's $100 down the drain. So this is going to be a fun 3 days.
Oh, no. Oh, he's recording as well. Oh, I would hate that, bro. You booked a second seat, you lose your second seat, you got someone next to you, you record. Oh no, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. Yeah. It's just got worse.
I thought it passed peak Greyhound madness yesterday, but it seems that the fun is only just beginning. So as it stands, I'm effectively on the bus that I've booked and paid for a ticket on without a ticket because the driver has no record of me being on this bus. He's let me on, but at some point there's going to be a driver change, or we're going to get extra passengers on or something like that, and if there's not going to be any room for me. So I'm sitting here thinking at some point over the course of the next few hours in the middle of the night, I'm going to end up having to get off the bus.
Oh,
with that thought on my mind, it was hard to...
Bro, I could not do this, man. Yo, I could not do this. The stress, like, yo, the bus itself, fine. But the stress of it, nah. Well, no, I couldn't sit on the bus for that long. But the people on the bus seem cool. I ain't gonna lie. I was expecting some, crazy business. Everyone on the bus seems okay. The people on the bus seem fine so far.
Try and rest, but eventually we made it across to Kansas City, Missouri.
But the stress is too much.
Halfway point of the trip now. We're getting closer now every time to the end of this trip. Let's get inside.
After about an hour in Kansas City, we were back on the bus before driving around the block and right back into the bus station again. It seemed we'd forgotten to pick up another driver who was meant to be riding on this bus. A few minutes later, though, we were back on the road again, heading west.
All right, we have stopped here at the side of the road. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're at the side of the road in Abilene, Kansas, middle of nowhere. The driver has got off, and we now have no driver. He's got off and gone to bed.
Wait. Wait. Did he just say... Dude, I need toilet, bro. I'm gonna wee myself. Yo, did he just say the drivers pulled up the bus, got off, and just left? You got a driver? Where's it? Is he not coming back? They're switching the driver. What is it? No, chat, that's too funny. Yeah, I can't believe the drivers just got up, left, and the bus is there with no driver.
And he said, and I quote, his exact words were, "I don't get paid to sit around here on the bus." waiting for the next driver. So he's got off and we're now driverless. We're just sitting on an empty bus, well, bus full of passengers, but with no driver here at the side of the road in Kansas. You could make this up, could you? Isn't it funny?
With the bus standing still, I dropped off to sleep and eventually...
No, the driver's just gone. Yeah, nah, this ain't for me, bro. I'm out of here. Drive yourself, guys. Yo, that's mad.
Woke up a few hours later as we were pulling into another small town.
All right, Golden Arches. We're at Goodland, Kansas. I sort of fell asleep last night. We had no driver and then ended up waking up and we were sort of halfway down the highway. Well, I've got about 4 hours kip. That wasn't bad, actually. Just want to get some brekkie, though.
Morning.
Good morning, how are you? Can I please get a number 5?
102.
Thank you, Mum.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you, have a great day.
Why is there a box?
Oh, gosh, I got my breakfast. It's cold here. Really cold again. We're literally about as far west in Kansas as we can get. We've just actually switched into mountain daylight time now. We've gone back an hour. Let's go and get back on board this thing. The good news is I've just looked at the map and we are definitely now more than halfway from New York to LA.
Get in there.
We're markedly closer to Los Angeles than we are to New York, which is nice.
This left me feeling good. I was more than halfway through the whole ordeal now and cruising across Kansas on a beautiful autumn morning. The sun was rising. Jody Messina was singing about travelling to California on a Greyhound bus. And just as I thought things couldn't get any better, I got my first glimpse of the Rocky Mountains, a sign that we were most of the way across the country.
Beautiful.
Pretty soon we were pulling into the bus station in Denver, Colorado.
Welcome to Denver, Colorado. Next change of bus here, because that bus, it seems, isn't going all the way through to LA.
Still, at least this guy seemed to be happy about the change of bus.
What? With her? With her?
Wait, who's saying it?
Another guy, however, was having a few issues with his blood sugar dropping and almost passed out.
Will somebody help your blood sugar at all? I don't know if they're any good. They're just candies, just Haribo's, but I thought if your blood sugar's low, will they help you at all? That's fine, you can take them, it's fine.
Thank you. Everything's so expensive here. I only got $5, so I don't have enough to buy nothing.
It's crazy, isn't it? They charge you like $7 for a Sprite or something. It's stupid.
What the hell is that? Like, with Dr. Cook? Yeah, thank you, Percy.
Who's saying that? Who's doing the noises? Yo, it's like Where's Wilder, bro? Who is it? Him on the floor doing the noises?
So once again, we are now an hour after our scheduled departure time, and we've got no driver. So everyone's queuing up, waiting for the bus.
He's probably sleeping at the hotel, mate.
Out again. Every single stop on this trip, something's gone wrong. Isn't this incredible?
Eventually, though, a driver did turn up, and even more miraculously, she actually let me on the bus again.
Thank you.
Success. I was on the bus, unlike this poor lady whose seats had all been double booked at the back of the bus, and she was left stranded here with her daughter.
Bad language with the person who's sitting beside you. Please respect, and let's have a good ride, okay? Don't make me throw you off this bus.
With that in mind, we were soon back on the road and heading west towards the Rocky Mountains.
That's what I want to see. I want to see gladiators. I want to see people be thrown out the windows. We want to see that.
Mountains.
We are due to arrive into Las Vegas at about 2 a.m, so kind of the middle of the night, where we then switch on to presumably a different bus, because this bus only goes as far as Las Vegas, even though my ticket shows it being a bus to Los Angeles.
The good news, though, was that we were now firmly in the second half of the trip, and the scenery was starting.
I could drive through that all day long. This isn't too bad. Honestly, bro, the scenery is beautiful.
A different bus, because this bus only goes as far as Las Vegas, even though my ticket shows it being a bus to Los Angeles.
The good news, though, was that we were now firmly in the second half of the trip, and the scenery was starting to get spectacular.
Wow.
Alright, the first stop on this leg, we've stopped at the Come and
Bro,
Go.
that's beautiful.
These stops are getting even more exciting. Well, there's a lot of people around, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get some food. It's really funny, actually. There is a really lovely old German couple on holiday over here from Germany on the bus at the side of me, and they are doing this route as a sort of scenic bus tour across the Rockies.
Hey, that's what I said. If you don't mind sitting on a bus for that long, yeah, The scenery's actually really nice. And you get to stop off. Or kicked off for you missing your bus driver. But you know what I mean? For tourists, the scenery's cool. Like, it's cool.
You have a lot to learn about this town, sweetie.
Their face has been an absolute picture, by the way. It's I shouldn't laugh, but it is pretty funny.
It turned out I wasn't laughing for long, though, as I looked out of the gas station window to see the bus pulling away. I managed to get her to stop and let me on, but some of the other passengers weren't quite as lucky.
You guys don't care about what...
I never did manage to get anything.
Yo, this is... Hey, yo, this is crazy. Bro, this is crazy, man. You know what? Listen, what I'm learning from the Greyhound bus, right? See, I was expecting the people on the bus to be crazy people, yeah? Nah, the problem with Greyhound bus is it's staff, and that's it. It's the staff and the bus itself. That's the problem. They're leaving the bus, they go in the bus, they're losing tickets, they're leaving people. Like, bro, it's crazy, it's wild.
It turned out I wasn't laughing for long, though, as I looked out of the gas station window to see the bus pulling away. I managed to get her to stop and let me on, but some of the other passengers weren't quite as lucky.
They don't care, they don't care.
But you guys don't care about what...
I never did manage to get anything from the shop there. I did pick up a load of stuff. The queue was insane, and then she started to drive off while everyone was in the queue. So, yeah, I just dropped everything and ran back to the bus, and I think we've left some people behind. You see, my problem now is I'm absolutely...
Wait, they've actually left people behind? They've... Oh, man. So they've left people stranded? Because that's not even a bus stop. They've left people stranded at some random gas station. Oh man, that's crazy.
Starving. I haven't eaten since that McDonald's I had back in Kansas, 6 o'clock this morning. It's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Beautiful, though.
Our next long stop isn't going to be until 6 o'clock tonight. I did have a bag of candy, but I gave that to that guy in Denver who was about to pass out because his diabetes was kicking off and his blood sugar was too low, so I gave him my bag of candy. I did the same thing yesterday. I got an emergency flapjack in my bag, but there was a guy back in St. Louis who was having issues, so I gave that to him yesterday. So I've given away all my sort of all my little emergency snacks. So I'm absolutely starving now, but I daren't get off the bus. I just don't want to risk missing
overly
this
packed.
bus.
We stopped briefly in a town called Vail, Colorado, where there wasn't much, but there was a vending machine.
That
Try
works.
as I might, though, I just...
Hey, that works, but I've got PTSD for you, right? I'm scared now that she's going to drive off and leave you, mate. You got to be quick. You got to be in and out.
Could not get it to work, and after trying a couple of times, I decided to give it up as a bad job and head back to the bus before she drove off without me again.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is survival. I'm gonna have to break the machine. Bro, this is survival. I'm either gonna have to rob the shop and just leave the money on the side, right? Because the line's too long. I don't want to rob it, but I'm gonna die from starve. I'm gonna starve to death. I'm gonna have to either break this or rob the shop. You got no choice.
I was going to get a bite to eat from the vending machine, but the vending machine is broken and I don't want to risk hanging around too much again. Let's get back on the bus. I'm going to eat at some point today.
You ain't gonna chance it again?
I did, but the machine was broken and I was like, I give it 3 goes, and I said I'm not.
We were soon back on the road
hungry.
where there was some exciting news. We were going to stop at a McDonald's for 20 minutes.
You think we're just gonna skip past that?
Back on the road where there was some exciting news. We were going to...
Mate, that is absolutely unreal. That's unreal. Yeah, you could just drop me off here. That's fine. I'll get a picnic. Boom.
Stop at a McDonald's for 20 minutes to give us time to grab some tea.
Firstly, I'm not making that mistake,
guys. All right, 20 minutes. You gotta run.
That's it, on the starting blocks.
That's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Thank you.
I mean, 5:50. Sorry.
Thank you.
5:50.
Don't forget your British friend.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. Run.
He's running. He's running. He's running.
Right, food stop. We've got 20 minutes.
Run.
So everybody's running.
Everyone's running.
Because we don't want to be left behind again. Thank you.
Run! Yo, I bet you any money someone's actually had an anxiety attack. Like, bro, we're sat here laughing, but I'm being deadly serious. Someone from this bus has one fat... You know what? Many people. I bet you many people have been stressed out to the point where, like, they feel like they're going to die from starving. They're trying to rush. They're trying to be quick. They just collapsed. This is crazy, bro.
All right, success. Food obtained, snacks.
Right, here's how it works in the UK and in like Spain and that, because I've been on coaches in other countries. Other coaches in America might be different to this, right? But if somebody's missing in the UK, like they will check on a list that you're all back. They'll say you got 20 minutes, right? Or whatever, right? You all go. They'll make sure everybody's back. Whoever's missing, they'll wait a few minutes. Wait a few minutes more. They might even ring them, text them, wait a few minutes more. But they will probably wait like another 10, 20, 30 minutes. They actually will. Like I've been on a coach before where we've been waiting for people and it's been like an extra 20 minutes. But they won't leave people behind. They won't. Greyhound bus. If you went near, prompt, in your seat, on the dot, when they say you got to be there, the bus is off. the bus is off.
Drinks obtained, and the bus is still there.
Oh,
let's go.
You made it.
Look, I know it's not great having 2 McDonald's in a day, but what other option is there?
I'm hungry again now.
I had McDonald's this morning at 5 a.m. or something, 6 a.m.
Mate, I'd be stocking up that McDonald's. I'd get 10 cheeseburgers, 10 cookies. I'll get I'll be stocking up. I'll be filling up my bag. 10 drinks.
It was the last rest stop where we could actually get something hot, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, I'm hungry now again.
I mean, it is the second one today, but it's one of the other choices do you have, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Since Thursday, that's all they've been doing is stopping at
yeah, McDonald's. And we had a Wendy's the other day, actually, on one of my buses. Yeah.
As we headed west into Utah, I enjoyed the 4th sunset I've seen since leaving New York.
Yo, I would be fine. I love McDonald's, but... oh, man, they're having a nightmare of a time.
Which, with a bit of luck, might be my last before arriving into Los Angeles the next morning. But this was Greyhound, and anything will be possible between now and then.
Oh, this is so funny.
So today is November the 4th at the time of filming this, which means that tonight, at midnight or whatever, the clocks go back an hour. Usually my favourite time of the year because it means I get an extra hour in bed. But tonight that just means I get an extra hour on the Greyhound, which isn't quite as nice. I'm going to have to save my extra hour in bed.
You get closer.
Get home.
You get closer to the location.
Sorry, Rach. But that actually might come in handy because we're still running about an hour late on this bus. So I'm hoping that with the schedules as they are, once the clocks go back, we might actually be on time.
With these positive thoughts in mind, it wasn't long before once again we were turfed off the bus in the middle of nowhere, this time in the middle of Utah.
Wait, why?
Right, so next weird turn of events. We're literally out in the middle of the Utah desert at the minute. We're at a gas station. The drivers just dropped us all off. They're changing drivers. Normally, at these remote places, when they change drivers, they sort of leave us all on the bus and we just wait on the bus. But as you can see, they've kicked us all off the bus while they go and change drivers, and they've driven off with the bus. So we're just all stood on the side of a gas station in the middle of Utah.
Yo, they ain't coming back. They ain't coming back. They've kicked you off the bus. They've had enough. They've gone home. You got to walk now. You got to walk the rest.
Minute. And it's cold.
No, but Tori, the thing is, right, like, I can't imagine being them. Because it's a perfect time to go to the gas station, get food and that. But imagine, they got PTSD, bro. They have PTSD. Imagine they go to the gas station, get food, they look out the window, and the bus is here, got everyone on it, is driving off. Bro, you don't know. Like, the second he goes in there, the bus might come and there you're gonna wait.
Yeah, this isn't great, is it? You know, the thing that really annoys me the most about this whole thing with Greyhound, though, they literally treat the customers like absolute trash, because to Greyhound the customers are absolute trash. It's horrible the way they treat people, and it just upsets me, because
it is
the people that need to use Greyhound to get around, they're the people who need to be able to travel cheaply. They don't deserve any less, surely. They don't deserve a crap customer experience just because they can't afford to pay a lot of money. That's what annoys me the most.
No, he's got a good point. Like, we're watching this for content, right? He's on it for content. So we're watching it for content, but I do feel bad for, like, you know, the mums with the daughters, and like they're just trying to get around, and the extra stress that they gotta go through. Like, oh my, it is bad. It is bad.
This hasn't been too bad. I've had the option to get a hotel room in St. Louis, for instance, where everybody else was forced to sleep on the bus station floor overnight. I've got the option if I...
Wait, I didn't think about that. Wait, yeah. Because I'm guessing a lot of people that go on a Greyhound bus, they don't have money. Like, they don't have much money, right? I didn't even think about that. He's going to hotels. They ain't going to be doing that. They can't afford a hotel. So they're just going to be... Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. This is a nightmare. For someone that's genuinely using it, it's a nightmare. Nah.
I want to just jump on a plane and go home. I am fortunate enough to be able to do that, but these people can't do that. And it just really frustrates me the way that Greyhound treat these people like absolute trash, the people who rely on the service. Can you imagine if an airline treated people the way that Greyhound are treating these people? Like, how long would it be until they went out of business? It just baffles me.
Eventually, over an hour later, a bus turned up and we were able to get back into the warmth again.
We can't come down for it. They made us think that we can off the bus. Yeah. Yeah, so they can clean it.
Eventually, we were back on the road again, and as the clock ticked over from 1:59 to 1 o'clock again, the bright lights out of the window was my sign that we'd arrived in Nevada. Pretty soon, we were pulling up in the bright lights of Las Vegas.
What is flying cheaper than this?
And welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. Last stop-off point on the trip.
Eventually, my last bus pulled into the bus station, along with one of the happiest bus drivers I've had yet.
Get! Not get me pissed off!
Yeah!
We're 30 minutes late, but... You know.
What the? Why is he so mad? I've not seen one person be a problem. Customer, yeah? Why is he so mad?
Eventually, my last bus pulled into the bus station, along with one of the happiest bus drivers I've had yet.
Get! Not get me pissed off!
Yeah!
We're 30 minutes late, but you know what? I just want to be getting there and getting this ordeal over with.
Okay? My name is Chris. I'm your operator for today. Y'all saw me. I'm a whole lot of dude. I have no problem booting you off this bus, okay? If I find out you have alcohol on this bus, trust and believe, I'm definitely going to boot you off this bus, okay? I'm going to cry for 2.3 seconds to move on with my life. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy your ride. We got a whole lot of people on this bus, trust and believe. I'm going to try and make this as painful as possible, okay?
So with our pep talk...
Was he meant to say that? He meant painless, yeah? He just said, I'm going to try and make this as painful as possible. No, I'm not going on that bus. Yeah, I ain't going on that bus. He's lost it. Bro, he said painful, bro. Nah, he's gone crazy. Bro, no customer was even out of line there. In fact, all the customers I've seen have been nice, yeah? What is wrong with the staff? What is wrong with this?
Talk from Mr. Happy complete, we were getting on the road for the last part of my trip across into California. As the sun started to rise over the Mojave Desert, the finish line was in sight. We were just a few hours from Los Angeles, and pretty soon I'd be off this bus and headed straight for an airport lounge for a rum and coke. We just had to complete the last bit of the trip now into LA. In what seemed like no time at all, the San Andreas skyline came into view and we started navigating the city.
Wait, how do you get past this?
Seemed like no time at all, the San Andreas skyline came in.
Wait, guys. He's driving down here. How does he get past the lane close?
To view and we started navigating. What seemed like no time at all, the San Andreas skyline came into view.
You don't? What, do you just wait until they move?
And we started navigating the city streets of downtown Los Angeles.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, at this time I got good news and I got bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Y'all are so negative. I'm going to tell you the good news, okay? The good news is that we're here at Union Station, okay? The bad news is that as soon as the motor coach comes to complete stop, y'all have to grab your items and leave the bus. That is the bad news. So I know, sad, teardrops, you know, my heart's breaking. Thank you very much, and I appreciate every single one of you.
He's calmed down now. He's calmed down. He must have just had a bad bus beforehand. He's had a few hours to relax. He's nice again. He's nice. He's not.
Thank you.
It's not a different guy, is it?
I thought it was a fitting end to this journey that we ended with a round of applause, which almost felt like it was for me. But actually, it's probably for anyone who's ever survived a trip on the Greyhound. But in any case, here we were. I'd made it.
Yeah, same guy.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
Made it.
Yeah, he seems fully good. He seems all good now.
Made it. I can't believe this. I've literally crossed America on a Greyhound bus from New York to LA. We're in LA. What the heck? Done it.
I bet that's such a nice
one more
feeling.
place to go before I go home. Hi. Hi, Hong. Yeah. Hi, I'm Noel. So I'm not going to lie, this has been the toughest filming trip I've ever done. Seriously, like around the world in 80 hours on low-cost airlines, there's nothing pales in comparison to how difficult this last few days has been. It's been wow. But you know what? Despite all the challenges, it's been a really rewarding trip, and I've met some incredible people on this trip as well, people that I would never have met normally. And the biggest takeaway I've got from this is I've survived. I've managed it. I've done it. Completed it. And
hey, I'm in shock that the customers, the people on the bus wasn't the ones where he was actually trying to survive from. I'm in shock. It was the staff. The staff is your enemy on this bus.
If I can get through this, what else can I get through? So I started this trip 5 days ago in Times Square in New York, and since then I've travelled 2,800 miles by road on a Greyhound bus across the USA. And I thought it was only fitting, seeing as we started in such an iconic place in New York, we ought to finish this adventure here.
Cool. It's cool.
The Hollywood sign. We did it. 2,800 miles on a Greyhound bus. Thank you so much for watching.
Yo, what a crazy fun video though. Honestly, I'm surprised, right? Because everybody on that bus was fine. You didn't see not any problems at all. Just standard bus. Standard bus. In fact, it seemed quieter than some of the buses I've been on. The staff, on the other hand, you're at war with staff. You're at war with the staff. Now that's the problem. That's the stress. The stress of it, the uncomfortableness, that's the problem. The scenery was nice. And the people was nice. So yeah, you know what? It was an absolute fun video. I enjoyed that a lot.